Hey, okay, I know I'm late uploading the video, but literally it's been just stressful coming home after the semester. Literally, American Airlines was playing with my bag. They didn't let me bring my check-in, which had all my stuff in it, including my computer and all my clothes. So that was a whole fiasco, but now I'm done. Now it's edited and everything's done. So hope you enjoyed the video, and here's my review for Professor Chilson's DNY class. Hope you enjoy.
The whole point of the course was trying to get the class to take an aesthetic approach when talking about social injustice, not only in America and in the world, but just simply in our everyday lives. Professor Chilson does this by teaching us and helping us learn the social justice that happened at the start of New York, which, when retrospect, was really the start of America in general, since New York was a part of the 13 colonies originally.
Now you might ask, well, what is aesthetic and what is social injustice? Well, starting off, defining aesthetic when used as a noun, it is a set of principles underlying and guiding the work of a particular artist or artistic movement. The artistic movement and artists we took inspiration from were those of the minds wanting people to transcend the reality tunnel, as Jason Silva quotes in one of his many pieces we watched throughout the semester.
Now, when using aesthetic as an adjective, it is said that it is being concerned with beauty or the appreciation of beauty. And this simply goes hand in hand with us looking at different forms of art telling a story of social injustice. One of these pieces coming from a very abstract artist by the name of Nathaniel Sullivan, who I previously did an old video on explaining his art and his take on the events of the 2008 financial crisis. This event being a huge moment when we saw social injustice between the very wealthy and everyday American citizen who was impacted by the decisions of those responsible. One main culprit being Jamie Dimon, head of JP Morgan and Chase, which is who Nathaniel Sullivan centered his piece around. When defining social injustice, it is the way or when unjust actions are done in society, or simply put, discrimination. We see these different takes on social injustice. For example, when we were given the assignment to make a prezi detailing the way the city of Manhattan became to be what it is today, which started with settlers and explorers coming to the coast of the northeast corner of North America, or even going to different museums through the city, like the Museum of Chinese in America, which we were asked to take pictures of pieces that we saw that could resemble or told the story of how Chinese were being separated, segregated, and stereotyped upon their first arrival to New York, as well as through America. Each piece that I just named did a great job, in my opinion, to help us think in a more empathetic way, you could say, by taking the critical thinking skills we are trained to use and help us put ourselves in the shoes of those dealt with and still dealing with social injustices in our country. Like the poems we went over in class, telling of different stories of discrimination that people went through and having them being explained through their perspective and their eyes to kind of give us a more inside look of what's really going on through the head of somebody who's going through a social injustice or who's being treated in a very discriminatory way. Now, the two assignments I can say that really resonated with me throughout the semester was the Jamie Dimon video assignment and also the ASL required hours. Now, to me personally, I enjoyed the ASL the most because being in that library surrounded by the young, curious, unbiased mindsets made me think back to when I used to be in my adolescence. And connecting to a piece that we went over in class, we were encouraged to have more of this kind of thinking as we grow older by artist Jason Silva in his video to ignite your childlike state of wonder, as he quotes that we must all remain uncompromising child voyagers and to retain a sort of child's eye view of what might be. This is Jason just daring us to escape such a narrow-minded view of things that we perceive to happen or happen just to come across. As us coming to a point of adulthood, we can always tend to manifest these corrupted and social norm type of thought process. Now, when speaking on the Jamie Dimon video, I already touched on how this assignment focused on social injustice and the aesthetic approach taken by artist Nathan Sullivan. But I will say that it was very important to me because this was the moment I completely understood the purpose of the class and what we should be taking from the course. To summarize it all, we as the next generation coming to a point where we have a say in the way our country is being operated, we need to untrain if already been programmed, and if not, make sure we don't fall into this one way or popular opinion system of thinking that, as history has shown, tends to dominate our country's ethics and morals. Instead, we, including myself, need to make sure to keep an open-minded approach on any situation, any person, and any belief we come across, to make sure we never become blind to the problems occurring and bound to pop up in the future. In summary, the class is just there to help everybody stay woke.